So good morning, students. Today we will go with a new chapter after reproduction. After reproduction, here there is a new chapter that it is this chapter is also related with the human reproduction. So what is the name of the chapter? Means that is the reproductive health. So let's see about this chapter number 4. It is reproductive. So, you know, when compared to the other mammals or other animals, here the human beings as associated with the reproduction, there is more complexities and problems which are arising day by day as human population increasing day by day. Okay, so here the human population is going to increase due to the lack of knowledge about the family planning. Okay, not only that, lack of knowledge about family planning, lack of knowledge about the marriageable age, and all very aspects are there. Many aspects are there due to which there is a increasing in population. Some of the population is increasing day by day, not by not controlling their birth rates. But here one more thing is there, many couples or many population or many number of population is suffering from infertility, or many couples are suffering from infertility. Infertility means they don't have the capability to bear the child. So that it is the infertility. So that is also one problem, and this is also one problem. So to overcome from all that problems, here a chapter has been introduced, that is the reproductive health. So here this chapter reproductive health is not closely related with the human reproduction. So here what do you mean by this reproductive health? What is the definition? Here the definition has been given by WHO, that is the World Health Organization. World Health Organization. According to WHO, if you define only health means, that is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being. That is the health. Okay, or else we can say absence of diseases. That is the health. Now we have to define what do you mean by reproductive health. According to WHO, reproductive health means total well-being. Reproductive health means a total well-being in all aspects. Total well-being in all aspects of reproduction. In all aspects of reproduction. Reproduction, that is physical, emotional, behavioral, that is physical, emotional, behavioral, and social. In this way, the WHO has been defined the reproductive health. Here, total well-being in all aspects of reproduction. In the last classes, you had studied about the reproduction. In the reproduction, you had studied about the sex organs. Okay, in male you had studied, in the male reproductive system you had studied, as well as the female reproductive system. Along with that, you had studied a detailed structure of the sex organs, that is about the testes and ovary. Okay, testes for production of sperms and production of certain hormones. Like that only, here the ovaries are also responsible for secretion of certain hormones and production of the ova. If that organs are in a well-being or in a complete in a good state, means then their reproductive health it will be on a good manner. So total well-being in all aspects of reproduction means first the primary thing will come over here, that it is the sex organs. If sex organs are well and good and they are performing their functions in a good manner, then we can say that particular person has a good reproductive health. Okay, a normal reproductive health. So here, not only the reproduction, not only the sex organ, secondary, physically, they should be physically fit, emotionally somewhat, we can say mentally. Okay, emotionally and behaviorally. In society, how they have to live, how they have to behave with the friends or whatever the other members will be there. That is also very important, and socially. Okay, so this is known as this is the definition of what reproductive health. First thing comes the total well-being in all aspects of reproduction. In all aspects means that particular sex organ should be in a they should perform their own function. For example, I told you testis is meant for the production of sperms. If testis is performing this function, but it is not performing the second function, that is the secretion of hormones. Okay, that is male sex hormone or androgens, what we call it. If it is not performing that function, means we can say this testis is abnormal or this testis is failed to reproduce. We cannot say that person is a reproductive healthy person. Like that. So this is total well-being in all aspects of reproduction, physical, emotional, behavioral and social well-being. So here, as I told you, a society with people having physically and functionally normal reproductive organs, that's not what I told you. There should people who are living in a society, or they are, if they are reproductive healthy, means their what we call, as I just now I told you, reproductive organs should be normal. There should be normal functioning and normal interaction among them in all aspects of the reproduction. Now next topic in this chapter, that it is reproductive health problems and strategies. What are the problems and what are the strategies? So that we will see here. What are the problems which are facing by the people according to the reproduction. Then strategies. What are the strategies? Here, you know what do you mean by reproductive health? Okay, so it implies the people are able to have a satisfying, responsible, and safe sex life. Okay, so all the population or peoples who are living in the society, that people should have a responsible, satisfying, and safe sex life. We can say that people are reproductive healthy. Okay, so how we can say responsible, satisfying, and safe sex life means so they have the capability to reproduce and freedom to decide when and at what time they want the child. Okay, so they can give a particular time distance of the time period in between the children's. That is also one thing. So that we can consider under the responsible sex life. Means responsible means both the couples, the male or both the parents, the mother and the father, they should be able to conceive the pregnancy. That is one thing. Satisfying means they both should be satisfied by each other, so that then only they can conceive. That's in responsibility. One more thing it will come, they should be economically satisfied, or they should be economically well-being, so that they can bear the child. Okay, so these all aspects are there, or the problems what we call, which we will study here. So they have the freedom. There is no pressure by the government, by the Indian government, or by any other non-governmental organization. Okay, they have their own decision to make the children. So it is also implies that it has the rights to assess appropriate healthcare services. About what? About the prenatal and postnatal care. What do you mean by this prenatal and postnatal means? Here the prenatal means before having the child. Okay, before the time of having the child. That means that is the pregnancy time. Postnatal means after birth. After birth. So the mother and child, they both should have a proper care. Okay, proper care services should be available in whatever the region or whatever the areas they are living. So for example, in some villages and all, there will be no proper care by the medical or by the some of the hospitals. Okay, so here there should be both should get the proper care services, such as there will be lack of ambulance. Okay, medical facilities will be lacking. Hospitals will be there. PHC, primary health care will be there, but there will be no any doctor. Okay, at any time they require a medical facilities that should not lack. That proper care services should be taken by the family members, by the relatives, and by the society. These all are the responsibilities of the other people that should take care to both mother and child when they are in a prenatal condition. Prenatal condition, that it is the pregnancy. Pre means before birth. Okay, as well as postnatal means after birth also they should want a proper care. Okay, so these are the things which should be implemented in what problems. Okay, then except these, as I told, India being the second most populous country, means second most having a major population in India. So in the world, so it is estimated that there is an 1 billion people in the India. Day by day, it's increasing. The population number day by day, what's happening here? It is increasing. Population rate. Day by day, it's increasing, due to which India's population has become 1 billion. Okay, so that's why we can say it is first is the China and second is the India, which is the second largest populated country in the world. So here, why it is increasing? If population number or population rate is going on increasing, then some other resources or economy resources are going to decrease. Resources means such as food, shelter, then education, medical facilities, all these things, many things are there, that is going to decrease. If in a village, if one couple is having 6 or 7 children, then how can the medical facilities can cope with that increasing population? Okay, the family head, how he can earn for so many people in the family? So there will be lack of resources. If there is an increasing population rate, then there will be decreasing of resources. And what are the resources? Such as food, shelter, clothing, then education, so etc. etc. Many things are there that should be decreasing. If there is an resources are going to decrease, then that children will suffer from many disabilities. Okay, many what we call, if lack of food is there, then the children will suffer from many diseases, infirmities. Then lack of shelter means they can what we call, they will suffer from the environmental changes. Clothing is there, education is there, many things are there. They have to earn by whom? By the head of the family. Okay. So that is the thing. If population rate is increasing, means resources will be decreasing. So added to that, there is a lack of awareness about reproduction. See, in rural areas, what happens means, mostly in rural areas, villages and all, there will be, why this population is going to increase day by day? They don't have the knowledge of reproduction. Not only about the lack of knowledge, they should be aware about the knowledge of reproduction. Other things are there, early marriage is there. I will tell you here. Next thing here, this increasing population, decreasing resource, that will affect some other things, such as there is lack of awareness, about reproduction. This is one thing. Second thing, early marriage or childhood marriage also we can say. Early marriage, then traditional customs, then low standard of living, low standard of living. The next, lack of family planning programs. Lack of family planning programs. The next, ineffective care of mother and child. Care of mother and child. So all these things are due to what? Due to the increasing population, especially in rural areas, okay, where there is no education. First of all, lack of awareness. Awareness means they should know, they should have the knowledge about what? About the reproduction. That is first thing. Second thing, early marriage. Okay, what is the age which is provided, which is implemented by the government? Except that some of the people, what they will do, if a girl child is attaining a age of 12 or 13, they will get married. Okay, so like that, in an early age also, if they are getting their child marriage or getting them married, so that will be causing a major problems to that particular girl child. Okay, in that age, she is unable to conceive the pregnancy, or she does not have so much of knowledge about the pregnancy of bearing a child. Prenatal care will be lacking in that case, prenatal as well as the postnatal. Okay, she is unable to take care of the child in that age. So that is the thing. Next, traditional. In some of the traditional customs and all, if a girl attains a puberty age, immediately they will get married. Okay, that is thing. Low standard of living in rural areas and all. Okay, they will not leave them for educating in some other places. Okay, if they have gone for the education, or they have sent, either it may be a girl or either it may be a boy, if they have sent for the education, they will have the knowledge of reproduction, not only the reproduction, about some other things. Due to the low standard of living, they have the cheap thinking, so they will not send them for educating. Okay, that is the thing. Lack of family planning programs. Family planning programs means there will be programs to see. Further, you will come to know in family planning programs, what they will do means there is some techniques, there are some methods to control the child or control the childbirth. Okay, so that programs will be lacking means continuously year by year they will have a pregnancy or the children. Ineffective care of mother and child. That is also comes under these problems. Okay, so all these things are about the India. Okay, today what India population is facing. The next thing here, till now we have studied about the problems. Now next we will go for the strategies. What are the strategies? First strategy about the reproductive health is the family planning. For reduction of increasing number of population, here there is a deep need to reduce the number of population. or the population need. Sorry, population rate. So here Ministry of Health and Family Welfare Unit. What it is? Ministry of Health and Family Welfare Unit. Ministry of Health and Family Welfare Unit introduced the concept of family planning. It was started in Mysore. Okay, it was started in Mysore. Then here in 1951, the first conference was held in India to discuss about the, and this was the world's first governmental stabilization program, and that was indicated by an inverted red triangle. How they had indicated this family planning programs? That is by red inverted triangle, like this, and this is totally red in color. Okay, so when this red inverted triangle has came into existence, means that is they have a conference in the year 1951 by whom? By the all the governmental agencies or the governmental stabilization program was held, and they indicated as the red inverted triangle as the symbol for family planning, health and contraception services in India, and it has been introduced as the years. It is that first 5-year planning, one more is there, that is 10-year planning. This is the two plans which was introduced by whom? By the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare Unit. Okay, the next this particular first 5-year planning, it was focused on the child and the focused on the child welfare and family planning welfare, and included education in colleges, different institutions, number of clinic, access to contraceptions, and access to research facilities. Except this, one more program is there, reproductive and child health care. Reproductive and child health care, that is REH. Okay, so here this program has been built for what? For the family planning. Okay, so this is one strategy, that is about the family planning. Second is the introduction of sex education in schools. Second strategy. Second one, introduction of sex education in schools. Introduction of sex education in schools. This is the second strategy. Okay, you know the meaning of adolescence. What it is? Adolescence. What do you mean by adolescence means? Teenage. That is the age between 13 to 19 years. That is the teenage. Among this age, they have the curiosity of new experimentations. Okay, all the teenagers, either it may be girls or either it may be boys. So adolescents, whatever of this age, students or children will be there, they will have a mites. Mites means somewhat in their mind they will have their own myths and misconceptions, means wrong knowledge about the sex or the reproduction. Okay, so that is a wrong thing by which they are performing a various crimes, okay, such as rapes and all. Okay, so this is the thing, they should have a proper knowledge about the reproduction. So many government as well as the non-governmental agencies or organization has been introduced to the sex education in the schools, especially with the teenagers. So sex education in schools intend to provide proper scientific knowledge about the reproductive system. What they are telling means whatever the adolescent age are there, they will have a wrong knowledge about the reproduction. Okay, so they should have a scientific knowledge about the reproductive system. Scientific knowledge about the reproductive system. That is the first thing. Second thing, their physiology, their hormonal changes, that all things they should know. When the hormones are going to secreted, when there will be changes in their physical body. Okay, many changes are going to take place, many hormones are going to secrete during this age, by which they are going to perform all these crimes. Okay, it also ensures awareness about this knowledge, this education also ensures or also introduce them the awareness about the sexually transmitted diseases. Okay, awareness about sexually transmitted diseases such as AIDS is there, gonorrhea, syphilis and all. They should know the knowledge, or they should know how these diseases are going to transfer from one person to another person. Okay, not only this one, sexual exploitation and sex related crimes. Sexual exploitation and sex related crimes. Sexual exploitation means they are going to destroy the life of some other girls, or they are going to destroy the life of themselves. In what sense? In the sense of reproduction or sex, due to the hormonal changes, due to the physiological changes in their body. Okay, they want to do the new experiments, they have the curiosity about that things, so that's why there will be sexual exploitation, then sex related crimes. Okay, in many colleges, in many schools, institutes and all, day by day the rape cases are going to increase. Due to what? Due to the lack of sex education. Okay, then so educating this particular education in the schools is brought by the government in the year 2002 to 2007. In this year only, they had introduced this education in the schools. Okay, and also they also concentrate on adolescents' reproductive health and unintended pregnancies. Okay, that is also one thing. Then access to safe abortion. So these all things they had introduced in where means that is in the schools. So then next some other strategies are there that we will discuss in the next class. Okay, thank you.